the holy martyr Pelagia of Antioch. January 23rd. A young woman in Antioch endures persecution and martyrdom for her confession of Christ. A heads up in the spirit of transparency. Please be advised that this content may include persecution, scourging, imprisonment, and execution. The holy martyr Pelagia lived in the renowned city of Antioch during the reign of Emperor Diocletian. She was born into a Christian household where she received instruction in the sacred traditions of the Church from her earliest days. Her parents, devout in their faith, nurtured her understanding of the gospel and guided her in the path of righteousness. Pelagia, from a young age, showed a profound inclination towards spiritual life. She dedicated herself to the practices of prayer and fasting, cultivating a heart attuned to God's presence. She sought to fulfill the commandments of Christ, striving for purity of heart and an unwavering commitment to the divine will. Her life was an early testimony to the power of faith lived in quiet devotion. As the years of her youth progressed, the imperial decrees against Christians were promulgated throughout the Roman Empire. These edicts commanded all citizens to offer sacrifices to the pagan gods, a direct challenge to the confession of Christ. A period of intense tribulation began for the faithful, as authorities sought to enforce these commands with severity. Those who refused to comply faced imprisonment, torture, and death. Pelagia, whose steadfast adherence to the Christian faith was known within her community, became one of the many targets of this widespread persecution. One day, imperial soldiers arrived at her dwelling. They apprehended her and brought her before the governor of Antioch, a man tasked with enforcing the emperor's will. The governor, observing Pelagia, first attempted to persuade her through reasoning and promises. He spoke of the emperor's power and the dire consequences awaiting those who defied the imperial decrees. He offered her positions of honor and material wealth if she would but offer a single grain of incense to the Roman idols, a symbolic act of renunciation. He presented the choice as one between life and death, between earthly comfort and suffering. Pelagia listened to the governor's words with a serene countenance. Her resolve remained unbroken. When she was called to speak, she did not hesitate. She confessed Christ as the one true God, declaring that she could not deny him who had redeemed her through his precious blood. She stated her unwavering commitment to the faith she had received and cherished since childhood. Her words were clear, direct, and firm, a profound articulation of her inner conviction and an open witness to the truth of the gospel. Angered by her refusal to comply and perceiving her steadfastness as obstinacy, the governor ordered her to be scourged. The soldiers carried out the command without delay, inflicting blows upon her body. Pelagia endured the suffering without complaint or a cry of pain. She offered her physical torment to God, her gaze fixed not on her immediate suffering, but on the eternal hope promised to those who persevere. The scourging intended to break her spirit instead solidified her witness, revealing the depth of her faith and her reliance on divine strength. Following the scourging, Pelagia was cast into a prison cell. The conditions of her confinement were harsh, marked by darkness and discomfort. Yet even in this oppressive environment, she did not yield to despair. Within the confines of her cell, she continued her fervent prayers, lifting her voice to God in supplication and thanksgiving. She found spiritual solace in communion with Christ, drawing immense strength from his unseen presence. Her unwavering spirit within the prison walls served as a quiet source of encouragement for other Christians who were also imprisoned for their faith. She spoke to them of the kingdom of God, of the steadfastness required of believers, and of the crown of righteousness awaiting those who remain faithful to the end. After a period of imprisonment, during which her resolve remained unshaken, the governor brought Pelagia forth once more. He saw that no threats, no promises, and no torments could turn her from her confession of Christ. Recognizing her unyielding commitment, he pronounced the final sentence of death upon her. He condemned her to be beheaded, an execution intended to extinguish her earthly life and her witness. On the day appointed for her execution, Pelagia walked to the place of martyrdom with a calm and dignified bearing. She displayed no fear or hesitation, her steps firm and deliberate. Before the executioner's sword descended, she offered a final prayer, entrusting her soul into the hands of God, her Creator and Redeemer. Her life on earth concluded with this supreme act of witness, a testament to her profound love for Christ. Her sacred body was reverently taken by faithful Christians and interred, awaiting the general resurrection of the dead. Through her steadfast confession, her endurance of suffering, and her ultimate sacrifice, the holy martyr Pelagia bore witness to the truth of Christ. She stands as an example of unwavering faith and perseverance for all generations of believers. Her memory is honored by the Church, and her holy intercessions are sought before the Lord.